everyone, my name is Leher. I'm a parenting coach and an early child brain expert. What that means is I help you understand the working of a child's brain so that you can get through your child's brain with your parenting. And that will solve all the problems of my child does not listen to me, it seems like they're not understanding me, because most of us don't know how to talk to a child's brain. I have a resource called Nirvanama where I give one-to-one parenting counseling, and also we have launched a brand new product called Tabula Rasa, which is like a parenting planner. You can simply download this planner and achieve all the brain milestones in just 60 days. So you can check that out. I have got this video today to tell you about another aspect involving the brain and how to use it in your parenting life. And today we're going to talk about MOMSTAKES. Doesn't ring a bell? Oh, don't worry, it's not an English word, it's something that we have created at Nirvanama. MOMSTAKES are the mistakes that mothers make, and we have coined a new term for it because they are not technically mistakes, and mothers should not feel the pressure of it like they do in society today. So when someone says you're making a mistake, you can simply say, it's a mom mistake. Have you not heard the word? So today at Brainy Mom Vlogs, we are talking about mistakes and how important they are for evolution. Like literally, I'm not talking in a philosophical sense. Any one of you who has studied biology, or even if you've not studied biology, have you ever wondered how there are so many millions and millions of creatures around us? And starting from a bacteria to something complex like a human being, elephants, and different shapes and sizes of creatures around us, plants, trees. How did so much diversity come about? Kabhi socha hai? Have you given it a thought? Well, the word for it, I'm sure we all know, made famous by none other than the magnanimous Charles Darwin. And of course, the word is evolution. Evolution has brought us where we are today. But did you know that evolution is actually a result of mistakes? That's right. So we have a strand called DNA. You must have heard of deoxyribose nucleic acid. So DNA is what makes us. It has all our genes, and these genes express our features, right? So it is what makes a human being because of their DNA. Now what happened that during this DNA gets multiplied, like it has to be copied, okay, for the organism to grow. Like when you were just conceived in the womb, you were one cell, and then you became two cells and three cells, and then these multicellular organism called the human being, right? So this happens when there has to be a copy machinery in the body, right, to copy and make various copies of this one DNA that we started with in our mother's wombs. Okay, so what happens is this DNA machinery reads this DNA, there is a language, and it copies it and makes another DNA strand with the same language. Now what happens sometimes is that this DNA machinery, while copying, makes simple mistakes. These are called mutations. For example, I'm just giving an example. If the language said C-A-T, cat, and just one tiny mistake, and the copy machinery writes C-O-T, you have a cot instead of a cat. It's actually like that, how species evolved, because we had these billions and billions of letters in the DNA language, and while copying billions, of course, few mistakes are there. So when nature is not 100% copy proof, mistake proof, why should your mothering be? And why should that, in fact, be your stress point? And why does anyone get the right to point it out to you? In fact, because agar mistakes you are not making, then it literally means your child is not evolving. So take pride in the mistakes you make, because it means you are trying. A mother who doesn't try, a mother who is not creative and experimenting in her motherhood, will just make a mini-me, a copy of themselves. I was like this, so I will do exactly this to make a copy of themselves. Or the other kind of mothers that I have seen, and today it's dedicated to mothers. You may call me a feminist or whatever, but the the load of parenting, especially early parenting, falls on the mother's head. So yes, I'm talking of mothers today. The stress that mothers feel to be perfect, that is another kind of client group that I have. I want to do everything perfectly, perfect birthday, perfect dress, perfect school, perfect education, perfect discipline, perfect behavior, everything perfect. I mean, that is such a big stress point that I feel the underlying insecurity of such parenting will be passed on to your child. So make your mistakes, because don't aim your life to make mistakes. Of course, I'm not saying, just lose your child at the mall and say, oh my God, so sorry. Nobody's doing that, right? But while doing mothering, experiment, be creative. Some of your experiments will fall flat and be called MOMSTAKES. Some will excel, some will do really well. So try out different things. Don't stick to a particular formula to please others. Why are we so scared of making mistakes? Half the mothers will at least tell me that they are scared because of other people will think that they are bad mothers or they're not good, perfect moms. So get rid of this constant need to please others. Be creative, because I have given you the scientific phenomena behind evolution is mistakes. So when you make mistakes, you just simply have to learn from it and then carry on with your creativity and your experiment. You don't have to make the mistake define you. So next time someone points out to you that, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm part of a constant, ongoing experiment, and if it falls flat, then it's a mistake, not a mistake. So take advantage of the scientific information you have, and it actually makes sense, because if the entire species that we see today evolved because of mistakes, of course one person will evolve only when we make mistakes trying to raise them. So mistakes are there, don't worry about it, don't let it define you. There are ways and lots of information that you get from a mistake. Change your strategy a little bit, learn from the mistake, but move on and be proud that you are a proud mom's taker. So that's for me today. Thank you for listening to my blog, and I will be spending a lot of time and energy to come up with more such ideas which are related to science and which give you better insight into your everyday parenting life. So this is Leher signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.